Valentine is what you are. Yes, you are my Valentine. Hey, Valentine, it's Valentine. If I can have all the girls in the world, I won't betray you, no girl, cause no one can compare to you. Cause gal, you are the truth. This is the day for a reason, and you're the only girl that me need. And I was dreaming while awake, and all I could think of was you. I prayed for a girl like you for so long, and if you put your trust all in me, you can just ask me and it's yours. Cause I adore what you do to me, baby. Cause you're my biggest fan, so you deserve a cause lil' mama, you are. It's the stylish clothes that you wear, or that sweet smell of Chanel, girl. The way you rock your hair, you are Miami's paradise. Still can't believe it's my life, but we gon' live it to the fullest. Valentine is what you are, and I don't wanna let you go. Valentine is what you are, and you make me feel so. Valentine is what you are. Yes, you are my Valentine. Hey, Valentine, it's Valentine. I'm so in love. My Valentine is what you are, and I don't wanna let you go. My Valentine is what you are, and you make me feel so. My Valentine is what you are. Yes, you are my Valentine. Hey, Valentine, it's Valentine. I'm so in love. You've been wanting to leave, but I wouldn't let you go. Now I'm sitting here regretting everything I ever put you through. You would say you love me, I wouldn't say it back. And now that you're gone, I can't replay it back. See, there's some things I gotta say to you. I'm sorry I lied, I'm sorry I cheated. See, I don't know the words to say to you. That night I cried, cause I'm only human. A man gon' be a man.
This is a Just Dream production.
Valentine is what you are, and I don't wanna let you go. Valentine is what you are, and you make me feel so. Valentine is what you are.
God's flame, slugs with a side of fries flying out the potato. Collide with cyborg, microdrone mosquitoes, ice Kahlua cappuccino, Lil Easy Jesus, cool foods horizon, Great Pyramid of Giza. The higher up the mountain, more treacherous the path. Older the money, more dirtier the cash. The road to power paved with casualties, slang executioner, decapitating MCs. The Western Union saluting, money gram, Iron Man, blue holograms moving fluid. Hash all dripping on my tree branches. Pawns get buried when the pale horse advances. Life's a chess game, a climbing the food chain. Hopping turnstiles to first class and on planes. Breaking bad, carving rhymes into blue ice. Invoking the ghost to walk the white.
Keep climbing till you reach the apex. Mountain View, sit two burners on the Pyrex. Throwing 3 cubes, head cracking the dice game. Rise to the top, illuminating God's flames.
Keep climbing until you reach the apex. Mountain View, sit 2 burners on the Pyrex. Throwing 3 cubes, head cracking the dice game. Rise to the top, illuminating God's flames.
Yo, 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 what's going on? Welcome to the Chop Shop. You know what I'm saying? This lovely February evening.
Is it lovely?
It's not bad for a February evening. It's pretty nice, pretty nice.
Let me go take care of that real quick.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Chop Shop. You know what I'm saying? The day after Valentine's Day. I hope everybody had a nice, intimate Valentine's Day. you know what I'm saying, with your significant other or your significant side other or whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? On today's show, we got, I don't know where my host went. They just dipped, but fuck it. Cash is always here. You know what I'm talking about. But today on the Chop Shop, we got a special Valentine's Day show. We got, like, my mother and father, Luis and Maria Curet. They'll be in here shortly. They've been married for 42 years. Got 3 ugly-ass sons. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be in here talking about, you know, how to keep it together in a relationship, their secrets to longevity and stuff like that, you know, because nowadays, man, motherfuckers are scared to even meet each other halfway. So, you know, relationships don't last that long around these parts. So we're gonna talk to them. We're gonna talk to them and find out their secrets to, you know, how they been together so long.
Yeah, so our guests today are.
We already talked about this. We already talked about it.
I'm just adding on to it. Our guests today are very interesting. Thankfully, I got to meet them before this actual show, and I think that the interesting thing about them is that not only have they been together 42 years, right? But they're like, without sounding like soft or nothing, they're cute with each other.
Yeah.
Which is something that I don't see in a lot of couples these days. Like, they're cute with each other. Like,
yeah.
I saw them together, and they were really cute with each other.
Like a teenage, like it's still like a teenage couple.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I mean, and you know, yesterday was Valentine's Day. To shout out to everybody that celebrated Valentine's Day, and shout out to all the bitter people that didn't have anybody, so they make funny comments about Valentine's Day. But this is our special Valentine's Day episode, and like, you know, we wanted to bring you something different on the Chop Shop, which we try to do like all the time. We try to bring you things other than music. Like I was just talking about the ghost hunt that I went on before that we did on the show. We've had actors on the show. We've had activists. We've had
talking to the mic.
People that run nonprofits on the show. So for Valentine's Day, even though it's not technically Valentine's Day, it was yesterday. We do our show on Thursday. We decided to do something different and bring you a couple. You know, and to us, it's important that we also bring you, you know, a minority couple, and I'll get into why in a minute. An ethnic couple that has been together for 42 years, and that's a long time. It's a long time in general because of the increase of the divorce rate, right? But it's also bigger in our community because it seems like in the ethnic communities, it seems like, you know, there's more cohabitating, you know, which is 2 people living together that are not actually married. Do you feel, Cash, that what I was saying is that there's a increase in divorce these days, right? As opposed to years ago. There's an increase in divorce these days.
Use that mic. Try to use that mic over there. I don't think the mic's might be acting up. Try to use that green mic.
Switch this one. 1 2 1 2. Is this one acting better? Is that one acting better? Get the sound up a little bit. Is it going up or what? Yeah. Is it plugged in right here? Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2. All right. So what I was saying is that in the ethnic community, it's like in general there's an increase in divorce, but in the ethnic communities, it feels like there's more of a people cohabitating. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's a cultural thing or whatever, but I just know, like, you know, the rise of the whole baby mama thing. Like 20, 30 years ago, there wasn't as much as that because people would marry and they would stay married. Like they wouldn't leave or anything like that.
Yeah. Go ahead, no.
So
people say marry and they wouldn't leave, but you know, I think it comes to the fact that people's like nobody wants to live miserably. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's what it is. Back in the days, like, you know, like the Catholic faith doesn't believe in divorce. So people that are Catholics years ago, like, people would like take, and I'm not indicating all Catholics would do this. I'm just saying that, but there are women that would take abuse sexually, verbally, mentally, and they would stay with their husband because
that's the way it was.
You don't divorce, right? Like you don't divorce. So
you know, women was all, at that time women was treated like second-class citizens. Also,
there was a point in time where you was allowed to beat your woman as long as it wasn't with a stick bigger than like a ruler or some crazy shit like that. But what I'm saying is that over the years, relationships have drastically changed. You know, going back, 50 years ago, there were a lot less divorces. There was a lot less cohabitating. Now it's more of an accepted thing. So the question is it a good or is it a bad thing? Like you could say it's a bad thing because there's less married couples, but if people were staying together because they were forced to by religious expectations or social expectations, and they lived in loveless, horrible marriages. That's not good either. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk tonight about relationships. We're gonna talk a little bit about some things in our relationships, and we're gonna bring on our friends that have been married 42 years. And like I said, you know, that in itself is an accomplishment, and it's sad that that is an accomplishment. But the reality is, being married 42 years is an accomplishment. But what you'll see when we get them on camera is that they're cute together. Like, I watch them together, and I don't use the word cute much because I'm a man, right? Except for like my son or like puppies and stuff, or my daughter. But they're cute together.
Like they're like if you watch them, like they're kind of like teenagers still. I'm not saying they're immature, but they still have that, like, I don't know, like when you see a lot of these older couples, you see when you have like when you have like older couples, right? You ever see older couples where it's like not that they don't love each other, but it's just like they're going through the motions, right? Like there's no like passion,
or
there's no spark anymore. It's just like, yeah, we're married, this is my wife. These two are like, that's my wife, and they're like
too much
energetic. You know what I'm saying?
Because when you're together for that long, there's a lot of shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, there's stuff that happened 10 years ago that they still bring up. You know what I'm saying? Like
The door.
You know what I mean?
Franchise. Can you open the door?
There's a lot of shit that still goes on.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about? Like, what do you think about that? Like, speak on that a little bit. Like,
I was until you cut me off.
Well, I was trying to.
You know what I'm saying? Damn.
Just get over it, bro. Deal with it.
No.
Like those gray hairs in your head.
We talked about this.
Just deal with it.
We had a conversation.
No, we had a text. It's not the same.
Yeah.
So good.
So, you know, it's a lot of animosity and a lot of stuff that goes on when you've been together for so long. That's why like high school sweethearts and shit. Or just there was like stuff that, you know, that you worked out through the relationship, but it never really goes away. Shit don't go away.
Like if somebody cheated.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Or, you know, just and it stays there. You know what I mean? It's still there all the time. It's not like it really goes away. And sometimes, you know, certain things can trigger that and bring that little animosity back towards the relationship, and things get a little bit uneasy. You know what I mean? That's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's the thing. The most challenging about having long-term relationships. So you
yourself, you've been in about 12 different long-term relationships.
Well, how about 2?
So,
well, I guess me and my girl right now is a long-term relationship.
So, but let me ask you a question. Do you think that getting into relationships when you're older, it's easier to work out? Because I feel like I'm more honest in my current situation because of like mistakes that I've made in the past. Like, I feel like you learn, and I think like if you get like, for instance, like people that get married like very, very young, like I think that's kind of bad, because I think like, I don't think that you should, like, I don't know. I think you're setting yourself up for failure if like you marry the first person you ever slept with, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say you should sleep around. I'm just saying, like, you always wonder what's out there and what's out there and this and that and all this other stuff. So it's like, it's kind of like, I don't know, because there are people that are like high school sweethearts that have been together and have stayed together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there are people.
It happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think, yeah, it is good to go out there. To answer your question, it is good to go out there and test the waters, you know what I mean, and like have different experiences, so you can be more, we want to say judgmental when it comes to selecting your partner, you know what I mean, because you don't be like first come first serve type shit. You don't want that. But at the same time, when you get older and you're in a relationship, you might be a little bit more smarter, you might be a little more you know, you may be a little more truthful, a little bit more wiser, a little more mature, but you come with more baggage. You come with a little bit more baggage.
Well, yeah, but that's
so you have past. Now you have maybe like 4 or 5 exes on your book. You know what I mean? You might have a couple kids. You might have a couple baby mamas. You know what I mean? So with that, when you get a little bit older, all that shit comes with a little bit of baggage. You know what I mean? And that make relationships a little bit crazy too, you know what I'm saying?
Some people can't handle that shit.
What we were talking about is the relation of my thing is this, right? Is like, okay, so what we were talking about, right, is that divorce is on the rise in this country. I mean, there's actually a debate on whether
I think it's been 50% like for a long time.
No, they say that's actually not correct though. I did the research, and they said 50% is not correct. It's actually a little bit of a decline, but in general, the last like 10, 15 years, it has been an increase in divorces. Now, the two things. So with the increase of divorce, The two things that have increased noticeably are cohabitation, two people, whether same sex or not, living together in a relationship and not getting married. In some states, if you live with somebody for 7 years or more, you're considered common law married, which don't mean shit.
But I don't think that.
Don't mean
I don't
nothing.
know.
It don't mean nothing. That to me doesn't mean anything. But I think there's a I'm sorry.
I never heard nobody get a common law divorce.
No, you can't.
No, you just. I don't know. If it legally binds you in a marriage, the common law marriage will legally bind.
Legally, but it just.
But what is it then? It's a verbal agreement. It's like y'all been together long enough. That's bullshit. That's a hood marriage right there. I never heard. I don't know about. We gotta look that up. Where's our research department?
Where's our research department? Research. Get on that. Slim, get on that.
Let's give. Check out what's the rules.
Some states have that.
7 years, right?
Legally, but financial, meaning like you're like for instance,
I know what that means.
I could own like student loans, and if we're a common law marriage, they can go after you.
Yeah, of course. Well, my thing is like I said, I never heard anybody get a common law divorce. Number one, and number two, black people we don't always, black Hispanic people, we don't always tell the man that we live together.
That's because that's a cultural thing.
For certain purposes. No, I think it's a pimp the system.
Welfare.
The problem is not always welfare.
Child support.
They don't want but they might want to raise the rent.
Yeah, they might want to. Marriage tax and shit.
Yeah. Maybe the dude got felonies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stuff like that. But the thing is, you gotta have a common law marriage where you go just a piece of we've been together 7 years. He's approved. We started going like 50%. 7 years ago, we started going out. You can't.
But it's not.
It's impossible.
It's not so the other thing.
It's a hood agreement.
The other thing.
Hell no.
So the other thing is that's been on the rise is remarriages. So the divorce rate. Check this out. So the divorce rate has increased the most in the 50 and over groups, and I'm gonna tell you why I think that is, because like I said earlier.
50 and over group.
50 and over.
So, because of prostitution, man.
So 20,
prostitutes.
So
prostitutes be destroying marriages, bro.
20, 30 years ago, if 30 years ago, if you were married to somebody who beat you, cheated on you, lied to you, sometimes people would stay in a relationship because they were weak, but a lot of times
they wasn't weak. This is the
back
way
in
it
the
is.
Days, people would do it because of religion. I'm Catholic. We don't believe in divorce. Oh, our family's together. But now it's become more of an acceptable thing, and all the young people are doing it. So all the older people are like, I've been in this bad relationship for 30 years. All these young people are doing this. Fuck this.
That's why you think so?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go get some young tune too.
Well, because maybe
Viagra has probably increased the 50 and over males in divorce.
Maybe 50 is the new 30. We talked about this.
All right,
we talked about this. We talked about this.
Have you ever seen an old guy with Viagra at the club though?
An old guy at the club?
With the shaking of Viagra. You'd walk up.
No, you have?
I've seen it before.
No. No, you haven't. Yeah, where was you at? What clubs do you frequent, man?
Club Old Dirty Bastard.
Club Ego. I ain't got no girlfriend.
Ain't got no money.
Yeah, so I can't buy me prostitute.
I got some facts I want to do.
I don't know what I was gonna say. You cut me off.
Well, I'll cut you off with some facts. So tell me what you think about these facts, Cash. So it says they did a poll. They did a poll of a couple thousand people about 2 years ago, and they asked them to be honest, because it was a blind study. So the people
they said they're blind people.
Yeah, that's what it meant. It meant that nobody knew that you were the one who said it, so people were more open to be honest about it. So they did a poll, and I don't agree with these numbers. I think some people lied because I think some of this is bullshit. But by this data, by this one study they did, they said that 88% of the people, 88% of people did it for love.
Did what for love?
Got married for love.
Okay.
But the thing is, and then they said all the way to and then there was a couple different things, but the lowest one was financial stability, which was
was the lowest rating that less people
for legal rights was actually for legal rights. Financial stability and legal right benefits was the smallest, and the highest ones was love and making a lifelong commitment and companionship. And then having children came after all of that, and even after that, lower than that was a relationship recognized in a religious ceremony. I think that's what people.
I think the financial stability thing is mad low because women now take care of themselves better than they ever could in the history. Probably.
Need no man.
Yeah, I don't need no man.
Can't pay better than that man. I mean, ain't got no job. He's selling crack and shit. said she on the whole crib. They sell crack. He just paid the
So
electricity.
they don't get married for love, basically. They gonna get married to somebody they really care about. Huh?
Beyonce messed up everything.
You gonna blame it on B? Blame it on the Beehive?
Nah, you can't blame it.
Can't blame it on B.
That's nothing wrong with an independent woman. There's nothing wrong with an independent woman.
He got like 75% of the blame. I love you, B, though. B, I love you.
If you watching,
you know,
or listening, you know what I'm saying?
So check this
Fuck
out.
that nigga next to you.
So-
So.
What's right? Hold up. He gotta elaborate because he gotta elaborate on why he threw Beyonce under the bus.
Why you throw B under the bus for?
I didn't mean to throw B under the bus. I'm just
No.
They was in
Jay threw B under the bus. Jay threw B under the bus initially.
I apologize, Beyonce. I'm so sorry.
No, you had to elaborate. She might agree with you. Maybe you had a good point.
No.
No.
What you mean?
You gonna do this?
So nah, like certain songs that's been coming out, you know what I mean, that empowered women,
Girls.
but actually overly empowered women, where women.
Is that such thing as overly empowered?
I don't know. I just made it up.
I don't think you can be overly empowered.
Boosted.
No,
overly boosted the woman.
I don't think
You
that
know
is
what I mean?
Super hype.
Super hype.
So I'm almost borderline anti-male.
Like you
anti-man.
It's been a heavy agenda now and then.
It's like
I think it's from the Butch community
like Thoughts
though.
and Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? They think they running the world right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why these 50-year-old men are divorcing right now. They getting these little young joints. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Little young thing.
Young thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Fuck the whole household up.
Hey, by the time like
niggas grown, kids grown,
they got 42 years.
yeah.
They got 3 grown ugly sons.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? They don't.
he's offended.
Your mama say you ugly? You ugly.
Yeah, talk, yo. He's stupid, yo. But
Yeah, I mean, so
but that's the
by
thing,
the
yo.
time
This
by the
ain't
time
easy,
they get
yo.
older, it's like. By the time they get older, it's like we don't have no kids no more. We don't have to raise nobody. I think a lot of times couples are together just to raise the kids. After the kids get older, like I can get away from this bitch now. I'm out of here.
Everyone
I think that's a big part of it.
Checkout says it's checkout time.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, but that's the thing. I mean, shit, like that's not easy. Imagine doing over a life bid with somebody and you still love them and wake up and appreciate their ass every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a powerful thing in that shit. Like, one of us got it, some of us got it.
Or sometime when two people been together for so long, one of them die, then the other one died like a week later. You know what I mean?
You know what you said about you know what's interesting is when you talk about somebody dying. I read this thing today. It was you know how you have like the news. We got our guest host in the building, DJ Franchise from the Franchise Report in the building.
Blah, blah.
Make sure you can move that camera a little bit. Just make sure you talk close to that one. We got DJ Franchise in the building. So I was reading this. You know how like they have those.
I'm gonna pull that mic closer. Though.
You can pull it closer. You know how they have those love relationship advice things? Like you write to a newspaper and you like ask Susan and you do an advice thing.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting because I happened to find a paper today on accident and I looked in like there was only a few pages of the paper because the other ones were gone, and one of them was an advice column. And it was interesting because it made me think about how like even after your spouse dies and even if you move on, there's still like residuals. You know what I'm saying? Like meaning like let me explain what I'm saying. So the guy was unanimous and he wrote to the love column. And it was a local Rhode Island. It wasn't a Providence Journal. It was a Newport Journal or something. So the dude's from Rhode Island, definitely. So he was saying that his wife. I thought this was a little weird that his wife had only died 2 years ago. And he was already engaged, but that's whatever.
2 years is enough. I mean,
I can see
he's already 6 months. He's not married. He's not married.
Wait a minute. But to already, all right. I'm not saying 2 years is too short to date, but to already be ready to go into marriage with somebody else. But anyways, but that's not why I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing it up because it was interesting because he was saying that his wife passed away from cancer, and he said that he wanted to know if it was rude, if he should or shouldn't invite the parents of the deceased wife to his new wedding. And he said basically like saying like, you know, they're kind of pushy and everything like that. I think he was coming up with every reason because he felt uncomfortable. But the thing about it is like the person that gave the advice actually gave really good advice. They were saying, you know, that's still the grandparents of the kids. And, you know, they're probably still, you know, they're still dealing with the death and everything like that. I just personally wouldn't want them to act a fool.
That's the same shit I was
Does
thinking.
anybody how about that part that nobody ever says anything? Does anybody have anything they want to say that would stop this marriage?
He cheated on my daughter. He cheated on my daughter.
Holding up a picture of the daughter and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's 2 years though.
You think it
2 years?
I don't.
2 years. That's a while. I mean, I just think it was like 6 months, maybe even a year.
It depends. Maybe people be wild like that.
Maybe even a year. Maybe a year would have been like touchy. But 2 years, and he's only engaged. He's not married in 2 years. He's only engaged.
All right,
in 2
so
years.
2 years, the wife died. 2 years later, he's already met, fell in love, and decided he wants to be with another woman.
He could have married. He could have been grieving the whole year. Met her at the end of his grieving, and then been with her for a whole year. And
I'm gonna keep it real.
proposed to her. What's wrong with that?
I'm gonna say something we all know. I know dudes that been in a 10 years relationship and they're banging another chick 24 hours later after they break up. Like it is what it is.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I just found it interesting that it was that fast. But
Even when it comes to that sentimental time and that affection, when you need somebody there at that moment in time. A lot of people meet that next person.
A lot of guys always need that time fast.
Right there. It happens right there. Baby, I'm hurt. I'm depressed. I need somebody to lean on. And that girl right there becomes that. There you go.
But you know, at the same time, you can't question where love is anyway. You know what I'm saying? You catch that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Like they say, it doesn't take the whole day to recognize the sunshine.
A lot of people come out and be like, "Yo, you must have had that in the pocket a long time ago."
A lot of people.
I don't think 2 years though. I think if it was like I said, a few months. Then yeah, like sometimes like
all right. What about the girl? What about the girl? What about the guy? What about the guy that got accused? What about the guy that got accused of killing his wife and beat the charge? And the lady that they was a suspect, the prime suspect in the crime, he ended up marrying her 2 years later.
But that's different. They probably was together the whole time.
Of course they was, and she killed the dude.
That's a pocket situation. That
was the whole point.
Pocket situation.
Yeah, no shit.
No,
so, what was the point? That's Captain Obvious over there.
They did a whole special on it though. They actually charged them with the murder. Actually,
good for them. They can't even write each other in jail.
It's a grieving state. You know what I mean? And when someone's grieving, you're in a vulnerable state where anybody can come in.
That's a turn on for a lot of people.
That's guy's master. That's soon as guy come in. As soon as you like, oh babe, where you been at? Oh man, what'd he do?
They call that excuse.
I know you like cream soda. I bought you some cream soda.
Excuse my language because we have elders in the room, but that's a shoulder and a cock to cry.
They know this guy. They gave birth to him. They gave birth to him.
That's a shoulder and a cock to cry on. What? How about you ever seen that video with the best friend? And she's like, yo, you ever seen that video with the best friend? And the girl's like, he broke up with me, and he goes, for real? No, sir, he's pouring wine. Like, close, don't tell.
I think Chris Rock called it a dick in the emergency glass. Break it when it's emergency.
Break in case of emergency.
Yeah.
So we got DJ Franchise from the Franchise Report.
Late as usual.
He's wearing red because yesterday was Valentine's Day.
We was talking about Puerto Rican time, but it's like white time, then it's Puerto Rican time, then it's color.
Who's later? Puerto Ricans or black?
Well, you're the last one here.
We're probably like 30 minutes later on average.
I'm late every day to work.
They say the latest. They say the latest of all people. No offense to my family, because I got a lot of family that are Cape Verdean, but they say the latest people are Cape Verdeans though.
Nobody don't even know Cape Verdeans besides Rhode Island. So where you get this code from?
And that's crazy too.
I didn't know what a Cape Verdean was. I got you.
That's like Woonsocket and Dynamite. Nobody else know what the fucking Dynamite is.
So franchise.
What did I miss?
So we were talking about.
So you try to change subject when you get on.
We're talking about the increase in divorce rate in our society right now.
It's up. It's way up.
Why do you think it is? What is your opinion?
Marriage isn't real anymore. Love isn't real anymore.
My man.
Come on. Love isn't real anymore.
You haven't been hugged in a while, have you?
It's been a long time.
My man.
Besides my son, it's been a long time.
For DJ Franchise.
It's been a long time,
we
man.
have a group hug picture after this.
Yeah, we'll have a group picture to be just hugs. Hugs and thugs. We're going to call it Hugs and Thugs.
But for years it's been like that, right?
Sorry, man. We'll play Ja Rule in the back. If I
be like, where would I be without you?
Baby.
There's a lot of us though. But nah, come on. For the past 3-4 years, it's been more divorce than long-term marriage.
I was gonna ask how your Valentine's Day is, but no, we don't need to ask that now.
Nah,
so
that's unnecessary. That's not even real.
So do you think that? Let me ask you this question. Do you think that there's a difference in the numbers of divorce rates in the European community as opposed to like African American and Latino community?
A couple of years ago, I would have said yes, but right now, 2018, no, nobody's staying married. No,
you know the highest rate is right now is 50 and over people are the highest rate of divorces.
Seriously?
And I had a theory on that. Why it was.
Seriously?
Because 20, 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, and Viagra
My
too.
theory is
Okay, let's go back 20 years. We're at 2018. So we're going, what, 98?
No, well, yeah, well,
brothels.
Let's say 30 years ago, people would stay in a bad relationship because of a religious or social thing. But now, with all the rise of the baby mama thing, people are like, look at all these young people getting it, and Viagra has become bigger, you know. So I'll give you 30 years ago, yeah, you would stay in a marriage due to family. You know, we got to stay together to raise this kid on a good thing. Religious too. But nowadays, no. It's so easy to get out of marriage that it's an option right away. It's always
so
option
one. You know it's a bad thing when you're getting married, but you're signing documents for when you get divorced.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's that called?
Right? Yeah.
Don't usually people with a lot of money do that though? Like people with a lot of money do that, right? I'm taking half your shit.
No, you can't take half the shit.
No, if you don't do that, I bet you motherfucking J&B probably got a prenup.
Let me ask you this: how many times
Hulk Hogan wish he
within the past 3 or 4 years, how many times have you been to a wedding where if one of your boys has smashed that bride that's at the marriage ceremony right now?
How many last couple of years?
Within 5 years. Let's go back 5 years.
5?
How many times have you went to a wedding?
At least two.
Where it's like, you know, if I didn't smash her, one of my boys has smashed her. It's not gonna last. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but that's
let's be honest.
Yeah, but
whoa. All right, hold on. I was gonna say that first. Hold on.
Nobody wanted to answer. Nobody wanted to answer, huh?
Is an exclusive woman anymore?
It's Rhode Island.
Is there?
It's Rhode Island.
Is there?
All women are separated by 6 degrees of separation.
All right, this is where the problem comes in. First of all, you're asking for too much. You're asking for like, I want my girl. Like, if he lets you go out of state and go get a girl and come back with her, then you're probably gonna get a girl that nobody's never messed with before. Exclusive girl, but she's not gonna be exclusive. She's exclusive to your city.
Right. Yes.
So go back to where the fuck she's from. All right. So then
she might be gangbang Jenny where she's from.
Exactly. Exactly. In Providence, in Connecticut. People change, you know what I'm saying?
And then that one guy goes and picks her up.
So then here's part two. So here's part two of that question. So part two is are you saying that the groom and the grooms people smash like niggas at his wedding? He's getting married to a chick and he's inviting niggas that his girl fucked with in the past. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying also? So it's like, woo. What are we talking about here?
Hurts, right? It hurts. It hurts.
You know what I mean? So
I don't think that couple should
one wedding. Period. I don't think I've been with one wedding ever. But anyway, so I'm excluded.
You've never showed up to a wedding for one of your boys.
One wedding ever.
Like, you know what? I know for a fact that
2 weddings.
This isn't gonna last because of. It's never happened.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
2 weddings.
That's happened to me more going to strip clubs, running into the chicks that my boys have smashed.
My last wedding was like 2011. Them niggas is not married now.
Last wedding I went to,
it's not long.
Years ago.
I don't think it's because of she might have been fucking guys that he known or stuff like that. I think it's like motherfuckers don't even really want to get married to begin with.
I think it's because it's more acceptable.
You know what I mean? Sometimes people just do it for whatever reason it is. Like a lot of women be like, I want to get married by the time I'm 22. So they do everything they can in their whole life to find some fucking sucker to marry them by 22.
Is that the whole white picket fence?
It's been their lifelong dream.
Is that the whole white picket fence thing?
Huh?
Like white picket
fence?
Yeah, like the kid, the dog.
Whether you believe it or not, there's a lot of women, when they were girls, they were like, I want to have 4 kids and I want to get married by the time. And they actually lived their life.
Those are the girls that played the game life.
No, they were watching them damn Disney movies growing up.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people say that, like, there's like people that be together forever. You know what I mean? And as soon as that paperwork come in and they do that,
changes.
Everything changes.
Immediately.
People stay together for the rest of their lives and they don't even get married.
Fam, I talked to a girl for 4 years. I talked to her for 4.5 years. Everything was good. We moved in. Didn't last 8 months. They don't last 8 months.
Did you guys spend like night? You obviously spent nights together before that. But you know what? When you move in with somebody, you start noticing their bad habits.
There you go. It's just like marriage.
Like, damn, your feet stink.
But that's what marriage is right now, though. We're just jumping in so quick. It's oh my God. It went from front to, this is your bad habit? Really? Nah, I can't
do you think that people jump into marriages more now because they know it's more acceptable to divorce if you don't like it?
For one, you can divorce immediately. Two, it's cool.
I find it crazy.
It's a lot of pictures. All our friends are getting together. It's cool, man. It's the cool thing to do. It's like a tattoo. It's like a tattoo. Something that's permanent, but at the same time, you can't always get rid of it, though.
There are people out there that are on their 4th marriage.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They like the banquets. They like the after party. They
Exactly.
do the hustle and shit. Niggas
They ain't gotta get married for the party.
They do the bus stop and shit, eat mad food.
So y'all niggas trying to have a wedding? Sorry, nigga, we have a wedding like 6 months.
No, I'm not going to say nobody because I'm not going to put them out there. I'm not going to say nobody's name because I'm not going to put them out there. But somebody that's close to me, I can't say their name because it'll put it out there. But somebody close to me recently asked me a dead serious question. They were like, yo, let me ask you a question. They was like, do you think it's rude if I give less money than I gave the first time around this person got married? I said no.
No.
And
I won't get that nigga shit.
I want a refund.
I'll be like, nigga, you gotta prove to me that this is gonna work.
Yeah, we did this already.
We did this already.
Nigga, we gotta wait 6 months before I give you a wedding gift. Nigga, we've been through this already. We've been through this already.
You're gonna get rebound. All right, that's it.
Now I'm starting to think it's a setup.
You gotta keep the receipt in the box.
Now I'm starting to think it's a setup to get gifts and shit. I gotta fuck this nigga tricking me.
You just invented a new scam.
But isn't it a cultural thing?
It's a come up. It's a come up though. It's a come up. It's a come up.
Yo, but isn't it culturally acceptable? Like if a person has a second kid and you gave a great gift the first baby shower, isn't it? You don't give a great gift.
You're not even supposed to have a second baby shower. It's only supposed to be one baby shower.
Exactly.
It's only supposed to be one baby shower.
Another conversation.
That nigga had more than one.
Another conversation.
Oh man. Well, I have with 2 different moms.
If it's a different woman, it should be a different one.
If it should be a different
No, seriously, I never heard of that.
What?
So if I'm with my lady and we have multiple kids, then that means I can't get another baby shower?
No. If you're the lady,
that people don't have to necessarily, like if someone gave you a $100 gift, they necessarily
No, that's not what we're saying.
$100
Technically speaking, technically speaking, dudes ain't supposed to be in no baby showers neither, but niggas be going to baby showers now.
It's changed. It's changed.
Ethnic people go to baby showers.
It's changed. I've DJ'd baby showers.
This nigga George go to more baby showers. This nigga ain't got no fucking kid, and this nigga been to more baby showers than fucking me. I got.
You know what it is about? You know what it is about Black and Spanish people? We use baby showers and 1-year-old birthday parties to throw adult parties.
Just
and the
a
kids
party,
are just there.
just a drink.
Yes.
There be a DJ, an open bar. The kids fucking won.
And Dominicans and Puerto Ricans can have the most extravagant baby showers I've ever
But
seen
it
in my
didn't go
life.
late night though. It didn't go late night.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to a video, man. We come back.
And
We're gonna talk to Luis and Maria Curet.
Share that effing.
Go ahead, bro.
Shit, you don't know my mentality. 20 to the face, a night, defy gravity. Won't do me like I do the work, they not bagging me. And got my first bundle cause my felines was raggedy. I leave the door cracked so you can see the walls crack. Won't really let you in, but I promise you that it's all facts. My uncle told me him and his warriors carried all bags and wore brass knuckles. I told him that niggas past that. Shit, he heard about it but never seen it. He did 50 at 16. So technically, saw me grow up in pictures. Now he's seeing the grown man and it be fucking him up cause he don't really know who I am. Damn, shit, I've been faded for a minute too. Feeling sedated off that Henny, that ain't nothing new. I put the bottle down and think with a clear mind and started reading more and even started dreaming more. I thought of all of the reasons that I was breathing for and how my daughter balanced me out, that's what she a Libra for. Adrenaline rushing, niggas roll up, that's what the reefer for. Alternative prayers, that ain't God at the preacher door. Shit, we been faded long enough. Cause when I think about it, all we got is us. Matter of fact, that's what we been had. Blinded to the bullshit, you end up with a shit bag. My main thing, thirsty for knowledge, don't want no gift bag. She trained to handle a chopper and a shit splash. Paid my own lane in the ghetto, I never kiss ass. Always did me for the benefit of the home team. From the 2-4 to the R, yeah, I got chrome things. Always get it in with your team, but chase your own dream. Shit, I said always get it in with your team, but chase your own dream.
That's a pig that don't fly straight. You know what a hasha is? That's a pig that don't fly straight. You know what a hasha is? That's a pig that don't fly straight.
They be praying on my downfall. I'm out of shape, no bone flesh. Gotta move right to get the pounds off. I'm next up, take the crown off. Got niggas out here letting rounds off. We gonna recruit, yeah, they following suit. Got a team full of truth, make a sound off. Only reason why they fucking with you, cause they hating on me. That's what they don't wanna see. I'm on a whole killing spree. They don't wanna see me win, call me DJ Khaled because I got the keys. Fuck it, I'ma get it by any means. Yeah, I'm about to buzz like a bee. Contract, let me tell you the deal. Getting to it on the road like a wheel. I ain't snitching, nigga, my lip is sealed. Gave it dip because it came with the mail. I was down your girl, throw like a pill. I be spitting out the flame like a grill. Got the juice and niggas hope that the spill. On a mission, nigga, fuck how you feel. Dancing, no MC Hammer. You be rolling with them scanners. I be rolling with them eight, so you know clips is on banana. That bitch from Atlanta, had to get that bitch on camera. They sleep on me like pajamas, making plays, no Joe Montana. I ain't even out here tripping, these niggas be slipping, they making it hard for me. Run up on my money frozen, I call them the rose and he taking the charge for me. Now I'm the one that's treating the niggas that's eating the same niggas starving me. Same niggas I was with when we were little, same niggas living large with me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, who gon' shine with me? Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, who in line with me? Pray the Lord got some time for me, wish he was holding a sign for me. Not everybody gonna ride for me, so I gotta get it, gotta grind for me. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, who gon' shine with me? Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, who in line with me? Pray the Lord got some time for me, wish he was holding a sign for me. Not everybody gonna ride for me, so I gotta get it, gotta grind for me.
Like up Kobe, yeah. Pull up, like up Kobe now. Yeah. Like up Kobe, yeah. In the streets, Kobe now. Ooh, like up Kobe, yeah. Might pull up like a Kobe now. Like up Kobe, yeah. Hey, yeah. Last night I dropped 60 like a Kobe. I'm out run the city like a Kobe. Yeah, I'ma take my shot just like Kobe. Wait, I'ma bring it back just like Kobe. Yeah. You gon' know my name just like Kobe. Cause I'ma change the game just like Kobe. I'm the hood's MVP just like Kobe. See me in the streets, what they do? Call me Kobe. Yeah. I just wrote my brody, that's my brody. Told him we gon' be alright, we got Kobe, yeah, we got it, yeah. It was a dream, so they told me it was a dream. Why we always left out like Ginobili? Seem like something ain't right. Seem like hope done took flight. How they shut down all the pools, tryna cut off all the lights, cut the budgets from the school. Guess they told us what to do now. Give up or give in. Boy, you must be tripping. Look at how we living. Trying to get tuition, but still can't get the position. Politicians, they pitch their dreams and tell us to pitch in and tell us to vote. But is anybody listening? Ain't nobody listening except Kobe. ain't had no field check. He been in the field with Kaepernick, nailed that. Sandra got killed that. Now we don't feel that. So we need a real one. Come and bring this real bad. Look. Last night I dropped 60 like I'm Kobe, Yeah, I might run the city like I'm Kobe. Wait, I'ma take my shot just like Kobe, Hey, I'ma bring it back just like Kobe, yeah. You gon' know my name just like Kobe, Yeah, cause I'ma change the game just like Kobe. I'm the hood's MVP just like Kobe. Ay, see me in the streets, what they do? Call me Kobe, just like Kobe. Ooh, just like Kobe.
There you go. There you go.
Hey, cállate. Welcome back to the Chop Shop. You know, we back on the Chop Shop, you know what I'm saying? Our special Valentine's Day, you know. I thought you was off the mic.
I am, though.
See what I got to deal with? Anyway, it's our special Valentine's Day show.
Am I the only person single?
No, my brother's been single. He's been single for a long time.
All right, cool.
I had situationships.
Let's do it.
And you know, we're here with Luis and Maria, and they're the complete opposite of single. They've been together for 42 years. You know what I'm saying? Like my mama and my pops, you know what I'm saying? How do you say it? My That's right, they are. They definitely are. They've been around since I was little, you know what I'm saying? Grew up with they 3 ugly sons. And you know,
so you get the outside advice where we can be safe and avoid the ass beating. You still get the advice, the parently advice from you.
Yeah, man. It's always been like, you know, we grew up in Woonsocket, and it's always been like, if Maria and Louis ever break up, then everybody's giving up on love. You know, love.
There you go.
True story.
Yeah.
RTTS and text talk.
Hey,
So no pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say no pressure, but love is on you guys' back. Love is on y'all back, and no pressure. You know what I mean? So talk about how you guys are both Puerto Rican. You guys are both from Arroyo. Did I say that right? Did I say I did that? Yeah, I've been practicing a little bit. I've been doing my Rosetta Stone. Hey, you know, just talk about a little bit how you guys met. How you guys meet?
Well, you know what? It's funny you say that. We were both from the same hometown. Our parents were real close, you know, and we actually met in Puerto Rico. I was like 2 years old. I remember
Talking to Mike.
I was seeing her run around, you know, in the little, you know, when they had the skivvies with the
That's it.
Early. The ruffles. I remember seeing that then. And then, you know, time passed. Her family moved to New York, and then my family moved to New York years later, and we met again.
So you fell in love.
You guys are talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
I love with my booty.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what?
Oh, man. That's how you know it's meant to be. You know what I mean? Look, I love the ruffles on your Pampers. Yeah.
Hope you wear that red pamper for Valentine's.
That's after 70. That'll come back after you get like 70, 80.
It always came back around at one point or another. We kept meeting.
Yeah.
And my family moved to Massachusetts. She was still in New York. And then now we're at Leicester, down on like 15. Boom, we go to visit New York. Boom, I run into her again. I said, what's going on, you know?
So go to the mic, Lewis.
This is meant to be.
Meant to be.
It's meant to be, but you know.
It's one of those things like, you know what, I give up. Come on, let's just go. We gonna just do this. You know what I mean? I can't get away from your ass.
And you know, things happen, and then, you know, she came to visit to Boston, and it was a wrap.
It was a wrap?
That's history.
It was a wrap, you know, and you know, we was
But, so were you guys like always kind of like friends in a way, or just passing by?
No, but we've always known each other since childhood.
Yeah, but were you guys like kind of like Like in a circle together, or was it just more like we just see each other passing by?
Was temptation always there? Was temptation there? Was temptation always there?
Well, you know, and this
No.
not maybe but then at adolescent, you know, we're going by, you know, and everything, and she come by and temptation was definitely there.
Yeah.
Temptation was definitely there.
And I'm glad it was there.
And, you know, so we were parents, very young, you know.
Yeah.
And we kind of learned to grow with each other because we was just growing up. You kind of discovering yourself
Together with another person.
About it. Wow, what do you really know? What do you really know as a teenager coming up about life, about anything, any experience?
Nothing. Yeah.
Nothing. And it's like we was talking earlier, you know, in you know, Puerto Rico. We're from Puerto Rico. We have a saying, but Latinos use it. You know, cada cabeza es un mundo. Every head is a world. So when you get together with another person,
your world becomes one.
Your world
to her,
and this world
colliding.
And sometimes those two worlds collide because they're different, you know. I remember, you remember we had a neighbor. We had a neighbor. We had a neighbor that used to call us the odd couple because we argue a lot. You know, you're young, you know, you got difference of opinions, and you bringing this world and this world coming together.
Yeah,
and
you don't even necessarily really have to know to express yourself at that time. Really,
you might hear an argument one second and a trumpet the next.
You really don't.
Yeah,
you know that they were people actually place a bet. Oh, I give them 2 years. I give them 3 years. Oh, you know, I
hating
I
ass,
give them 5
playing
years.
hating ass.
I give 5 years with a young couple.
This really happened. This really happened, you know. And here we are, 42 years later,
and we still together.
And listen. Out of curiosity, you guys known each other since you were 2. Was there another relationship before you guys got married?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, she was growing up in New York. I mean, she met, you know.
I didn't have too many relationships because I was not only that was I young, I was brought up very
strict,
you know. But I'm sure my husband did.
Player.
I mean, I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't want to get you in trouble. Because here's what might help me. Here's what I need help at. Like
42 years and 42 years. I'm pretty sure everything.
Exactly.
Everything's been out.
So did you guys have a family apart before you got together that you had to mix together? Because no.
They only got 3.
No, man. That doesn't happen often. That doesn't happen often.
I have my youngest son. This is our baby right here.
Yeah?
We have 3
Me
sons.
and him was best friends growing up. We can't stupid. Yeah, what up, dude?
So within 42 years, that's it. No other sons.
No, they got 2 other ugly sons.
I got mine.
But with each other though.
One's a 6 and one's a 4.
We have 3. Our firstborn was Mario. Our secondborn was
Marcos.
Call him OG. And
that's my nigga.
Youngest is Martin.
He's not even young.
The youngest,
I'm 37.
He's not even young.
You keep calling me baby. I'm 37 years old.
Start calling you Birdman. So what was the first move? Like what was you guys start doing? Like as soon as you guys started dating and started that relationship, like what was like some of the first things you guys were into?
Sex.
Word.
How do you do it? Drink champs? Give it up for sex, y'all. Give it up for sex.
But mom! He know what it is.
No, we enjoy a lot of good things together. We used to go a lot to the movies.
Well, that wasn't just it, you know.
Sex in the movies. Combining the favorite things with sex.
You know, back in the day, they had the dollar matinee, the downtown Boston. You know, we go catch 3 flicks. You know.
The thing is too. This is the thing I realized. You know what I'm saying? That's probably why I'm single now, because like everybody forget what the root word of relationship is. And if you think, well, what is it? Relate. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A lot of people can't relate to their mate.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And they're blowing it. But their own agendas and
That's
shit.
right, and that's why communication is so important.
Yeah, that's
but
a
it
big
really
one.
is.
You know,
That's a big word I hear all the time is communication, boy.
Speaking of that,
Big
I
word.
relate where I was going to when I brought the analogy with two worlds coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of give and take.
Yeah.
You know, people nowadays are too easy to give up.
Yeah.
People nowadays are easy to give up, and you know it's not easy. And you know, we haven't been a perfect marriage. You know,
Yeah,
by
nothing's
a long
perfect,
shot, you know. I have my faults. You know, I made a lot of mistakes. You know, and you know, but being able to stand by your partner and support them, and understand and talk about it and work through the problem.
And I think it is like people like they fall in love with somebody and be generally in love with somebody and they break up for whatever reason. I think they kind of like give up too easy because they really think they can do it again. And they can like recreate, like I could just go out and meet a new person and start all over again.
You can't. Greener on the other side.
It's not the same. It really isn't.
You're starting all over from square one, getting to know that person getting to know you, and accepting some of your faults and your mistakes.
Yeah.
And being comfortable to say, you know what,
you're
puppy,
right.
you know what,
You're right.
you ain't perfect, but I want you just like you are.
Yeah.
We can work through it.
You work through it. Yeah.
Can I ask you what's
Try.
been the hardest situation that you guys have went through? Was like, you know what? If we can make it through this, we're just gonna ride it out. What's been the hardest situation? I mean, out of cheating or the temptation or just we're not just connected. What's been the hardest thing to get through?
Okay, I'm gonna answer to that.
Notice how the woman always says, "I'm gonna answer this."
Now you know who was there.
Notice how I've asked this before. It's always been the woman that says,
Yo, franchise. When you asked the question, Lewis went.
He was waiting to exhale.
I would have did the same thing. So
you know what the question was.
Okay.
The hardest situation to get through of all, you know, if we could get through this, it's us. It's us. Like the younger generation needs to hear this. Like, what's the hardest thing?
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest. The hardest thing for me, I don't know if it was for him. Because he was the one that was having fun.
There we go. That's what we need to hear.
But
not to put you on blast.
No, it's okay. You know, I can talk about it because I love this man.
Yep.
With all my heart. And I will love him till the day I die, and even from up above. You know, but the hardest thing for me was going through the changes of cheating.
There we go. Let's do it.
It was very hard. And
So you know what franchise is doing? Franchise using his cheating talk to validate why he's single. That's all I was going to get out of the way.
No.
All right, I'm sorry, Maria. I'm trying to get out of the way.
But I'm getting past it. You know, it's hard. It really is. You know, when you love someone and you're faithful to that person, and you have your family. You know, and this man is the world to me. You know, and when you're used to having when you're married to someone that you love as much as I love him, you have that trust that, you know, I remember ironing his clothes for him to go out with his friends. That's how much I trusted him. But you know what? In life, there's
temptation.
There is.
And test. Temptation, man. It's there. It's always there. It's always there.
Oh, yes. Exactly.
You know where I learned that?
The greatest thing I've ever.
I learned
Greatest
that
thing.
from The Simpsons.
No, there is. But, you know, when you love someone, you can get past this. Long as it stops.
Right.
You know, but if it continues to go on, then you have to do
And you gotta
something
think
about
about this
this.
too.
You know?
Y'all earliest memories are of each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like that's some shit. Y'all got lifetimes together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then not only that, but y'all growing up together, going through that. Like, you know, but you gotta think about that. Like,
yes,
as a
and I
teenager,
do.
As a grown up, as in our 20s, you know, it's not easy to fight temptation. You know what I'm saying?
And especially when you're young, because when you're older, then you're more.
You realize.
And yes, but when you're as young as we were,
right.
Lewis graduated from high school at the age of 16. He had Mario on one arm and his diploma on the other, and his cap.
And wifey on the other side.
But not even. Not even me, but if you do it at a younger age and you get older and realize, you know what, I messed up. What's the best steps to making that other female or that person realize, you know what, I'm a changed person?
Well, how do you do
Like how do I explain that? You know what, I get it. I fucked up. How do I get that? She's wiping her eyes. She's about to cry.
First step is
No,
the
I'm
first
having
step
hot
is
flash.
You want some plain soda? No.
The first step is realizing it for yourself, really knowing, damn, I messed up.
I fucked up. I fucked up.
You know what I mean? And feeling it inside that you're really running a risk of losing that other person that means so much in your life. And saying, is it worth it?
Word.
And you know what else is that hurt on that person's face when you have to go and face that person,
man.
and that hurt.
If you really
You got a cool in that bed.
If you really love somebody, you care about their feelings. You see when they hurt. Do you really want to see the person you love hurt? And crying? It does something to you.
It does,
even though you might be going through something at the time, whatever it is you're going through and you're working through it. But when you see that person, and I don't want to see you in that way.
Yeah.
Especially, you know what I mean?
But you know
Gems.
what? It's just like
Gems.
I got over the cheating because this man provided for us from the moment we got married.
Oh, that's a must.
And he's continuously
part of being a man.
provides for us, which is right, it's part of being a man. And it's part of being a woman.
To basically support that.
Yes, you have to. And when you love someone,
that brings
this man.
That brings another question we was asking earlier, and it was like, back in the day, Nabi asked this question. It was like, back in the day, a lot of women would take certain different things they might not take now, like cheating, or because it was like a certain bond and a certain unwritten rule that once you get married at that time, once you get married, you just stay with that person and you work it out. Did you ever feel like the pressure from that kind of like, that thought and that idealism to
the pressure of
like you stay with your
it's
husband?
Changed. You can't find a good father.
This before, this back in the day, you know what I mean? The difference between now, people are like, I don't have to take this, and one mistake, you can do good all your relationship. You do one mistake and it's over.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A woman will stay with her husband because they're Catholic and the Catholics don't
Catholic or the
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Did you at that time? Did you ever feel that type of pressure because of those unwritten rules, basically?
No, actually, I didn't. To me, it was a natural thing. It was something that that's what I felt. That's what I continue to feel.
Yeah.
That
was in your heart.
Yes.
Yeah,
and it will always be. I have forgiven him, and I will love this man till the day I die, like I said.
Yeah.
This man is amazing. This man...
Top shelf.
That premium white Hennessy. That's Luis Curet.
I'm not saying this to
Top shelf. You can't touch it.
No, listen. Like Louis was in the military. You guys been all over the world, basically.
We're a military family.
He was a boxer. Right?
Louis like our second dad.
Word up, you know that shit before Uptown Baby?
My dad was that.
That nigga knew that shit before Uptown Baby came out. They played hell of that on the trumpet.
Louis was
actually got talent.
Out of all our friends that really hung around each other, well, Jim had his dad, but Louis was the only real dad out of all the friends that we really had of our squad. You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like, he was our dad. He taught us a lot of shit.
That's why niggas still believe in that. That's why niggas still believe in love. You serious? Niggas serious with that. He said that shit for years now.
Right? He taught us how to box. He beat OG's ass a couple times when he was getting out of line. He deserved it.
Can't lose to your son.
Nah.
You gotta cheat.
And
him in the nuts.
Hit him in the
nuts.
My son's beating me. I'm not getting the balls.
Hit your son in the. You gonna fucking great kids up? Yeah, wild.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Yes. At some point in time, did you realize a good father is hard to find?
Word.
Did that have a play into it? A good father is hard to find.
What do you mean? Did it have
and like keeping your relationship together.
And keeping that relationship together. Like, you know what? This guy's gonna be around for my son no matter what. As opposed to, you know what? This is a great time, but
at the same time, the flip coin is about
he's not.
At the same time, but at the same time, you can also say he's gonna be a good father, and if we're not together, he's still gonna be there for his kids.
This man was a good father from the get.
Yeah. He had his kid.
And
He had his kid in his
Does that count for anything as towards, you know what? It gives me more love towards this man.
Does it count?
Yes.
Of course it
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know a lot of guys that are good fathers to their kids where the mother was just like, you know what? To me, because what you did, you're still a piece of shit.
No.
It happens. It happens. It happens.
It does.
It happens.
You asked me, and this is what I feel. And of course,
on the other side of that, one thing, you know, that keeps me grounded is how she is.
Yeah.
You know, she's very nurturing, very, you know,
upbeat, fun.
All three of my children, she raised them. And
down.
even, you know, like you said, you brought up the fact that I was in the military. A lot of time I was gone.
Yeah.
For days on out. You know, 45 days out of whack. I might be somewhere else. And she had to handle it.
Don't need two all ass niggas.
You can't find that. You don't know.
Because I'm thinking like,
I know, you know, being in the military, you know, there's a lot of divorces, high divorce rate. Especially, you know,
first option.
That
it's your first option.
Rapid deployment.
Yeah.
And they always gone constantly. The girl's not going to stick around. The minute they're gone, they out the other door. She kept it grounded, you know. She was about family. She was about my children. I came home. My home was clean. And you see that as a man. You come to your home and you see a warm home.
You looking for something to complain about. I swear to God.
Ain't that mac and cheese in that closet?
No shit. I'm an actor.
He never noticed. He never really ever noticed. Now.
He's ready.
But you know what? He really. But no, it's funny that he says that he mentioning that now because that to me that lets me know that he did notice.
Yeah. And you found out on the chop shop.
You just helped him out.
40.
So that's a good night for them. You just helped him out.
Something new when you
That's I actually want to get up on something with your, you know what I'm saying? How many years? 42.
42.
Okay, otra vez, felicidades.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, for a second. Where we going with that?
Hold on, this ain't Telemundo.
Where am I at?
Oh, he got there.
You must understand, you gotta go a little slower than that.
Hey, yo, but the illest, you know the illest shit is? Yo,
they family. Spanish 3, you gotta go a little slower.
Word up. Yo, they family got an actual slogan. Yo, soy correct. You know what I'm saying? That's how long they been holding it down. You know
I'm
what I'm
correct
saying?
too. That's not in my birth certificate.
You extended correct.
I got references.
I want to get back on where you said that you hurt her or you know you did infidelity or whatever and everything like that. Like I'm sort of a spiritualist and everything like that, and I believe in energies. I believe in feeling things. So when you really love each other, and I see that you really love each other, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, congratulations, and I love y'all hearing your story and everything like that. But when you hurt somebody that you love,
he needs that layman terms answer.
Can you feel
he
that?
He needs that layman terms answer.
That's a good question.
He needs that answer.
I want to answer that.
I sincerely believe that when you become as one as a couple, you become as one. You're not two entities anymore. You're one thing.
Exactly.
That person, is it you hurting yourself too?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
That's a good question.
No, because at the
can
time,
you feel that? No, can you physically feel it?
It takes a while.
You love her so much, you can look in her eyes and read her.
You don't realize till you lose her. You don't realize it till you lose her. You don't realize till you lose her.
It's too late.
Listen,
there you go.
Let me tell you something.
What is this thing called? Groceries. It's never too late.
Too early. You preemptive. Hold on. That name that
Energy. The last resort, not the go-to.
Go ahead, Louis. Go ahead.
The energy this brother's speaking of, it's real.
It is.
And you feel it. You know, so much so, I can't lie to Maria.
Yeah.
I can't. It's like, if I say something that's not true, I look at her face. She knows me.
You know what it is.
He tell a lie. He tell a lie. Shake his own head. Like, yeah, but you know how.
This is what I do.
I'm sorry.
I can't lie to her.
This is what I do when he's lying. when he lies. He doesn't, you know. I'm sure he still tells his little lies. That's just a human reaction, right? He's telling me whatever he's telling me, and I know it's a lie, and I'm like,
rolling with it. Just rolling with it. Right.
I don't know. You guys see my complexion, right? You guys see my complexion.
Yeah. Bird.
I blush.
Hey yo.
I can't
But
do
yo,
it.
It's like a little kid, like
but
a
I
child.
But I'm on front, yo.
I feel so bad. That I'm like, let me leave that alone.
Yo, the other thing about y'all, but y'all look young as hell, you know what I'm saying? Yo, young face, the energy is that energy, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I talked about before they came in, I was saying that before. I normally don't use this word unless I'm talking about children or puppies. But I said with them, they were cute together.
Children or puppies?
Children or puppies? This guy here. They were cute together, like watching them together.
Man, energy like playful.
It was like playful, like people that have been in a
They get along too well.
a couple of years and they haven't gone to the back.
They get along too well.
Because you know why? Because they know each other so well.
They get along too well.
Too well.
You can tell who did
This generation now, they get along too well. They get along too well.
As a natural, right?
Yeah, there gotta be something that we're missing. They get along too well. I did it.
He's trying to sabotage everything. He's trying to Steve Wilkos this shit. Niggas, he's trying to Steve Wilkos.
They color red, but he wore a boxer.
True. He's upset.
Well, you know what,
Where's your
guys?
Valentine's Day card? We're gonna bite it.
I wanted to, because I didn't finish saying what, answering your question.
Go ahead.
Jay.
Jace?
Jay.
About the cheating.
Oh,
Okay. I try to like that.
It looks like that we changed something.
Really?
No, serious. On a serious
Okay.
note.
It's big though. It's big.
Like I said, it's obvious that I love this man. I'm still with him. But you know, I'm trying to put that in the past, you know, and start over. You know, because this man is worth it, and I'm sure I'm worth it. You know, so and it hurt. Don't get me wrong, it really hurt, and it's something that it stays with you. It's not that you want it,
but it hurt him too.
But yeah, of course,
it hurt him. That's why.
Well, I didn't know that. Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say of course because I don't know. You know, but now that you guys mention it, now I understand. You see, that's why communication where I come from? Is so important.
Right.
But
we was talking about that.
I think it made us better.
Okay, I want to touch on one more thing.
You know,
because the younger generation needs to hear that. Our generation right now needs to hear that. Like, you know what? Things fucking happen, man.
What do you say about the young generation right now? What advice can you give the young generation?
I could walk in here and sit down and there's a girl standing right there. He'll be like, "You want to start an effing?" And then my whole mind frame is like, "Damn, that girl right there."
Banging.
For this, it happens, man. It happens, man.
Why be so weak? I'm a woman.
True. Very true.
I was a very good-looking woman, and I used to see a lot of men that
You
used to want
mean still
and
beautiful
you know what?
mark?
Get the points.
Take notes. What she said, I was a very good looking woman.
She's waiting for everybody to get wait.
Okay, fellas. My point is, I could have cheated, but I just couldn't because all I thought about was this man. I thought about the sex. I thought about just holding him and being with him. I thought about him being home with the kids, how he plays when he would come home and the kids would be all crazy all over. Dad, you know. But you know what? We're not perfect. Let me tell you, this is not a perfect story that I'm trying to, you know, because we've been through our ups and downs.
Yes.
But that makes you stronger.
Exactly.
It really does.
With the 42,
for some, that doesn't go with everyone.
We were talking about
but
it earlier.
I love this man, and I will love him till the day I die, like I said, and even from up above.
But with 42 years of experience, what could you say to other women that have been cheated on by somebody that's worked hard, that just made a mistake one time?
Is it a mistake?
Okay, for the guys that have made a mistake, don't even go there. For the guys that have made a mistake.
Is it a mistake?
Make one mistake.
Okay, but what would you say to the women that say, like, you know, ladies,
guys, my girl
listen to me when I say you this. What could you say about that?
What could I say about what?
Like, you know what, ladies, you know what, this happened one time. This is the way that you can get over it. Communication. That word always comes up.
Communication is very important.
What about trust?
And relate.
Trust.
But trust, once trust is broken, it has to be rebuilt. It has to be repaired
But
if you have proper communication.
Yeah. It's going to take a minute to repair though.
Yeah, of course. But you have to have proper communication.
Because you know what it is?
If by
It always
chance
comes up.
you go to bed angry,
that's what I was going to say.
you wake up the next day and start over.
Residual, right.
We do.
And you know, every day's a chance to make it better.
Never go to bed
I learned that from
angry,
George.
But I have.
George told me that every day's a chance to make it better. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as I wake up in the morning, I've already passed that.
Right.
Regretted going, you know.
Must have helped. 42 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
They say that now the divorce rate is going up like crazy, and you know, I bet you that you guys have plenty of peers that didn't make it.
Oh, listen.
Plenty of winnings you went through.
No, they last Mohegans.
We went to Panama. That's where we were stationed. Our last duty station.
Where, Cologne?
No, Fort Clayton, Panama. In
Fort
Panama.
Clayton, or
Panama.
the canal.
The canal,
Yeah. And we had a lot of friends, but we were all military families. We were the only ones that's still married.
That's
all
crazy.
Those other families, all those
Dissolved.
What made you guys
Fizzled out.
in the female squad? Like,
What makes
how
us
we chillin',
different?
My girl,
They
your girl.
just knew what it took.
I think a lot of it is, you know, our upbringing, our family.
So if you fucked up, somebody from that camp was gonna put you in place.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, you too.
Like I say, a couple that I wanted to emulate was my grandparents. They stayed together. You know, they died. They died in their 90s.
Together.
And that was the home base. Like, you know, all their children, their children's children, us, our generation, and then our children will congregate there.
Yeah.
For like, you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Big Mama's house type shit.
Big Mama's house.
The matriarch.
That is real.
Yeah, it is.
You know, if you have that type, and you don't see that, and now you got a lot of fragmented families.
Yeah.
You know, you got, I got 2 babies Bama, I got 3 babies Bama, but that nucleus is not there.
It's not holding everything together.
We had that.
Right.
We had that nucleus.
You had something to base it on. To look
And that shit's rare.
My
That shit's
family
rare.
was strong. Like my family, whole family's like.
Right. To this day.
You know what's funny?
It's a blessing.
Our children,
it is.
our children call our home headquarters. They gotta report to
HQ.
headquarters.
Yeah. Shit get real.
That's where they come.
Report to headquarters.
Report to headquarters.
That's what we
And
said on your birthday, yo. We going to
that's something
headquarters.
we always had coming up. We had the nucleus of grandparents, and we joke around. We wanted to get rocking chairs, you know, when we get old.
Yeah, rocking chair.
Together, you know, we talk about that, you know.
I'm gonna have to design one of those,
That's
like
a
a dude
chair.
rocking chair.
You know, my wife and I bought us some recliners. Side by side, we got our recliners.
A reclining rocker, my nigga.
Then after I got them, I was like,
That's
I think we
futuristic.
got them too early.
Yo, man. That's a beautiful thing, yo. As long as one of us got it, some of us got it. You know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you guys' opinion. Do you, because we were talking about earlier, and I was talking about the difference in like the white community as opposed to like the ethnic community. Because I personally feel that there's more of it in general. Divorce is on the rise in general, but I feel like more in the ethnic community, like blacks and Latinos, it's more of people living together and not getting married. I think that it affects everybody, but I think it's more common in our community. Like
It is.
the whole baby mama thing. That
It
came
is.
about from our community.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you know that's always been. You know this whole marriage thing is, you know, like back in the day, people didn't go out and get married. They just shack up together, and you know they live together. You know, and this is
Verbal
what we're gonna be
agreement.
with. It was a, you know, like you said, verbal agreement.
It's a contract.
You know,
basically.
And they raise their children, they raise a family. They was never married or just put down things on paper, you know, make, you know.
Yeah.
But now, it's more traditional, you know, we come to the new world, and now everything is, you know, and you got these traditions and the custom, and you make the promise. You know, if you are a believer, you know, no matter, you believe in a higher power, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, whatever you believe, whatever you choose to believe in, you know, put us on this earth together. You know, and that's a person you made a promise to be with that person. That's between you and your God. You know, you don't need a whole bunch of audience and all this and a piece of paper to say, I belong to this person. Whatever. No, exactly.
It's a mind-altering mind fuck.
But baby, how come you always tell me you got papers on me?
Wow.
Entonces.
Wow.
Let's do this jazz real quick.
Wow.
Entonces.
That's not how he says it. He says, I got papers.
You say that for real? We got. Exactly.
I got papers.
But you know why I say that?
That's the funniest shit I heard all week.
You know why I say that?
We call it the Black Snake Moan.
You know why I say that? Because I do.
You got them papers?
This is hard. What they're gonna say? They've been in there 42 years until they got to the chop shop.
Nah, this should make them stronger.
Listen,
This has a system.
marriage can be wonderful and so much fun because we have had so much fun. It's
I have a button that goes dum 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 dum.
Find me a girlfriend.
It's a lot of work.
They say they
expect that.
They say life. They say life is short, but 42 years is a long time.
That's a long time, man.
I've been
Yeah.
married more than I was single.
Yeah,
hell
I was never.
You've been married.
And you've known
You've been alive.
And you've known your husband longer than you probably know anybody else that you know.
Yes.
That's the thing about y'all. That's the thing about that shit. Yo, hold on, chill.
I keep saying that I didn't get to have fun because we got married so young. But I did have fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blast.
And that's the thing.
He had a blast.
We had a blast too.
Word up. And I think that's it. I think
This guy over here.
Yeah, I'm the only single person in here. I'm the only single person in here.
he's single too over there.
I'm single as $1.
I think like when see, yeah, y'all niggas made me forget what I was gonna
Forget.
say.
I made you forget.
Y'all been through
No, it's these guys.
Oh, okay.
Don't look at me.
But at the end of the day, being with somebody is super happy. Am I right?
It is.
It is. Okay, there you go.
No, it can be hell too.
Everyone
It can be hell.
And when you love each other, listen, this man has.
I'm not talking about us.
But I love him.
There you go. There you go.
So much because it's not. You know, I sit down and you know what you do. You take you know those weighs.
The weight.
And the scale. And it has the little plate. What you do when you're married, you weigh out the good times.
Too bad, yeah, exactly.
And the bad times are here, right?
Always. They always start out that.
This was us right here. It was more good times than bad times. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I get, it hurts and I get upset and everything. But why get upset over something that's in the past that already happened?
Exactly.
Just let it go. It's already, not let it go as meaning as continue to let him keep cheating.
You keep an inventory. You keep an inventory, but don't
sure?
put it up.
Because that.
Forget the past. You know what I'm saying? And with that,
Wait
lets you know
what you should do. So that's like generally speaking, like just human nature. The bad always outweighs the good.
Oh yes.
It takes 2 bad things to equal up 10 good things.
The bad always outweighs the good.
Yeah, it always does. Generally speaking, like all right. So for instance,
I didn't know
like
that.
like say if you took care of your baby, so say you took care of your baby for 2 years and you dropped him on his head the second year. You're bad.
That one drop is gonna ride out. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens.
You ain't gonna drop the next baby because you dropped the first one.
Hey,
because she'll never let you forget about the first time you dropped that.
Your man be breastfed that baby and nothing. You drop that mother, it's done.
The only thing I can say.
What's that commercial that they show where they show the the parents have the baby for the first time and they do some weird dumb shit, and then after the second baby, the commercial gets better, and it's like second baby,
It's the Allstate commercial.
Like that, you live and you learn how to be better at everything. So even if it's at relationships or raising your kids, you get better as the years go. You know what I'm saying? You get better at time. That's all that is.
Some people get better at times. People get dumber.
Some people are stuck in their ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just comfortable with who they are.
But when you're married and either or whether it's the wife or the husband cheats, listen, I feel that a couple should always have that respect for each other. You know, and things happen, like you said. And at first I said, you know, things don't happen because they really don't. You know, sometimes they do.
They happen.
But
They happen.
don't.
You have a lot of influences to what's happening.
Exactly. But when you cheat, keep in mind that stays.
It stays, yeah.
It hurts.
And that's what I was saying earlier, because like that's why it's so hard for couples like childhood sweethearts or high school sweethearts. It's so hard for them to stay together as long as you guys have, because it's so much backstory.
It is.
It goes all the way back years and years and years.
And it's a lot of pressure. And it's a lot of, listen, we're living in a world that's crazy, you know. And when a couple, it's hard, especially hard for married couples. But to me, I feel that it was worth me
sticking it out and working it out, and that's all that matters. As long as you can live with yourself and look at yourself in the mirror every day and say, I made the right choice. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what anybody else think. You know what I'm saying? No matter how anybody else feel about your relationship, as long as you guys can look at each other and be like, yeah, we did the fucking right thing. We're still happy, and it's all good. And then you
know the real talk true story is, the worst thing is starting over with somebody else from scratch and realizing they ain't shit.
Then I'm nothing.
And you know what?
Waste of time.
Ain't no waste of time wasted.
And another thing, when you're married and shit happens, as you guys say.
As you guys say. How do you
it's me. I know it's me.
Happens.
What I was gonna say.
Shit happens, defecation
occurs.
occurs.
Okay, I remember now. After you guys communicate with one another, it's not good to continue to bring it up.
Right.
And
it happens. That happens though.
For me,
Yeah.
because it hurts.
That's
it's
a
not.
problem.
It's not easy. It's a problem for you because for men that have cheated.
But how about?
Because they don't want to hear it.
But how about?
No, let them get that out. Let them get it out. Let them get that out. Let them get that out. Let them get that out. Here we go.
So Maria,
Everyone want to talk about this for a while. Let them get that out.
How about? You said it's not good for you to bring it up, but what if it's like really bothering you at that moment in time, and the only thing that can make you feel better about it is actually like bringing it up?
Then you bring it up.
No, but I feel
what
like
else can you do? Listen, that's a human reaction.
Yeah.
You cannot help yourself.
Because if you hold it in, you start arguing about dumb shit.
Yes.
You be like, nigga, who the fuck?
Why did you put that glass?
Yeah, exactly. You know you can do it like exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Because I've done it.
Something else is bothering me, but you know.
Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, you know, for a man, that needling. Okay, I accept I screwed up. I did this bad. You know, whatever. Don't throw it in my face every chance you get. You know, I'm trying to get past that and build and move forward. You know.
But at the same time, it's easy for us to say.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. But how do we know? How do we know that person's not gonna continue to cheat?
I don't want to break them up. I don't want to break them up.
You're basically putting, and like, Maria, if you think about it, that's another form of trust.
Yeah.
If you take a person back and you almost like trusting them to a certain extent that they're not going to do it again.
No, but you know what?
Yeah, it's still there. But that's like now that I think about it, it's like a different form of trust and like a different. That's all like
it's only still there if that other person.
Right. And that's the thing. Because that person might cheat, but like, you know what? I realized I did a fucked up thing. And I. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Tries to work things out.
And you can see that. You can see that, yeah.
The right thing.
Right.
Then you don't.
Because with some people is like, you know, you have to go through it to realize that's not where you want to be. Like, y'all fucked up, but I realized that shit, home is where it's at. But
It's like a touchy ass subject. It's like, oh, I fucked up,
Right, it's a thin
and then now I know where I want to be at, but now she don't give a fuck if she's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
thin line
and there's
between
nothing
the
you can
two.
do to convince her that you're straight and that your mind is actually on the right.
But you
He had his cup. He had a cup like this.
But you had to do that Dave House to put that woman first type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not an easy thing. That's stuff she deal with. It's stupid. You know?
It's just marriage is a beautiful thing. If you know, if that
Marry the right person and don't be a dumbass.
Yo, I'm about to get married.
How do you know when?
Don't marry the wang. Marry the mind.
Right. Marry the spirit. Marry the soul.
Marry
Let me ask you. Let's before I get too depressed, because
on the flip coin, don't marry the monkey.
I'm super single. I'm super single right now. So here we go. Just to have a little bit of fun.
Do it.
How much is too much for a wedding?
How much is too much for?
How much is too much for a wedding?
We wouldn't know to answer that because we didn't have a wedding. We just
Justice of peace.
So 42 years strong. 42 years strong. How much did that cost you? How much did that cost you for 42 years strong?
Nada.
That's like $14.
Let's get this answer out, please.
I still owe my mother-in-law $35. She paid for. She said, you know.
I got you. Hold on. But yo, $35 was like $80 back then. $35 was about like $89 back then. But it's the lavish wedding and all that really necessary, or obviously not. There we go. Somebody say it, please. Here we go.
Necessary.
This nigga had a lavish wedding.
Excuse me. A wedding is expensive.
It's overrated.
But think about it. The wedding is more expensive than your lifetime together.
Yeah.
Half the time.
Think about it.
Half the time.
No, but all that money that you spent on that could have been spent on the kids, the house, and all this other stuff. Just a small gathering with some friends that
really
love
give
each
a
other.
fuck.
Yo, it ain't nothing.
Cause like Franchise said, half of the niggas in the wedding is sitting there like this. Them niggas ain't gonna be married long.
Exactly.
You pay all this money for these niggas. They got little parting gifts and shit. And these niggas in the front like this.
Listen, niggas like that at my wedding.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It don't matter about having a big wedding. Like, I ain't never been a dude that's mad rich or nothing, but I've been rich like in love, in spirit, and love from my family, my brothers, my friends, Cash Deuce, you know what I'm saying? How we grew up together. Like, I was always rich inside because of y'all, who I had, my parents that are dopest, you know what I mean? I was always rich in that sense.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And it
that's something you can't buy.
You can't buy none of that, yo. Small wedding, yo, we could be dumb deep. We could chill in the projects.
We get mad. We get mad EBT cards. We get mad shrimp.
We'll be all the way up. The nigga with the steps get the food, the weed.
Elaborate wedding, and you spent all this money.
Yep.
And you putting yourself out there and blast. Boom! This is the greatest thing, right? But the best wedding ever. And you spent
4 months later.
4 months later, the whole thing comes back.
Exactly. Y'all getting divorced because of the wedding. You made my mama sit all the way in the back. How come my mama had to sit in the back? You know what I'm saying?
Keep it simple, man.
It's okay to invite. Do you think it's okay to invite exes to a wedding?
Yeah.
It depends if you both decide on it.
Said enjoy the show, B.
I heard you talking your conversation earlier, and you said you like a spouse lost his wife, and
2 years later.
2 years later, he
got
married. Is it okay to invite the in-laws? Absolutely. You know what? Just because you lost your spouse, your in-laws don't stop being family.
Right, they extend the family.
Especially, you got grandchildren together. You got your children. They are part of your life. They're an extension of you.
It depends on what kind of Depends on what kind of parents they are.
You bring certain ones.
There's some rowdy ass parents.
You know what?
I ain't like that bitch anyway.
They act nice. They act like, oh, I'll go. I'll be there.
I was gonna say, especially if they welcome your new partner and give you that blessing.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
It all depends. Yeah.
Rich again.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That we go back communication.
Yeah.
That word.
Communication.
With that being said, man, we're going to conclude this episode, our Valentine's Day episode. I'm so happy. You should have bought his trumpet. He bought a trumpet. You got some real chemistry.
Give him a love verse. Give him that twin flame joint.
Oh, okay. I'll do one verse for you. I actually wrote this for my girl like some time ago.
You do one.
And it's called Twin Flame. A twin flame is basically like a soulmate and shit, but they call it twin flame.
Through lifetimes.
What you know about that?
What?
Twin soul.
All right,
listen. Let me tell you a story about this. I was, I was a soldier. I was in Iraq.
Yeah.
04 to 05. And her ringtone on the phone was one of my favorite artists, Gilberto Santa Rosa. And one of the songs is Alma Gemela, twin soul.
Yeah.
So I would call her when I was in Iraq, and when I wouldn't reach her and went to answering machine, I would hear the ringtone Alma Gemela.
Yeah.
I hope everything's okay back home. Everything. And then when I came back on our anniversary, it was like
it was the day before I got married.
Yes. I was down there with Sky, we was down in Providence, went down to a tattoo parlor, and I got the tattoo named Twin Souls, Maria and Lewis.
Yeah.
And I got a tat. And I didn't tell about it,
We told the ladies we was going on a beer run,
Yeah, we was going
and then
on a
we
beer
went to
run.
3 different tattoo parlors, and nobody wanted us because it was like a Friday night. Everybody was trying to go home. You know what I mean? So one of the Boricua dudes on Broad was like, "Yo, go see my man over here." So we went. We took mad long, and I was nervous because I was getting ready to get married the next day.
Yeah.
So I invited Pops over. I got him his favorite Cuddy sock and brought 2. I tried to get some expensive cigars, but I ain't had it like that. So I got 2 Garcia Vegas in the glass.
Bougie coonery. It's all about presentation.
Yeah, the presentation looked right. So we sat down there, smoked some cigars, and fucking drank some whiskey. And then we made. He thought of it, and he was like, "Yo, let's take a ride." And he went and got that done. So we got back. My mom's tapping his chest like, "Papi, where you been?" He's like,
His daughter was trying to get me to spill the beans because the next day was our anniversary, and I wanted to surprise her with the tattoo.
What is you guys' anniversary?
What day? October 10th. Your birthday's 19th,
I
right?
got married on the.
Your birthday's 19th, right?
And anyway, my granddaughter knew I had it done. She said, "So, Grandpa." I was like, "Oh."
Shout out to Nene and Dede. What up, y'all?
The next day, we lying in the bed, she laying on me, and pulled her out. I'm like, making a whole little extra.
There you go.
"Oh, Papi, you hurt yourself." I said, "Oh, this."
I did.
Ripped it off, and she saw the tattoo.
You melted. She melted. She's in the microwave, straight melted.
She's in microwave.
Who was the first one to say I love you?
Wow.
That's a good ass question.
Whoa.
He's like, I don't even know that one.
You're asking too much.
I did.
There's every question. There's every question.
We can talk about cheating.
You gotta go unfold the scrolls.
Word up. That was many moons ago.
Unfold the scrolls that's locked in the basement of the
That's some funny shit right there.
That was a long time ago.
No, you know what? I did, but that's because I loved you from
Sight.
way before you thought I was gonna be with you.
Since you complimented on her ripples in the diapers.
And I don't regret it.
The ruffle diapers.
And I don't regret it. I don't regret it.
That's a
He's
beautiful
looking at me
thing.
with this.
I'm saying, I'm like, yo, this shit don't exist. This don't exist. This don't exist.
Nobody in my city believed it until everybody's seen it.
I'm like, this don't exist. 40 years. 40 years. Nah.
They got love on their back.
You can't smile that much in front of me. You're doing it. You're doing it. So I believe it.
Yo, we did that twin flame verse.
I'm gonna do the verse real quick.
Okay.
All right. I think I seen her in my dreams. Now there's nothing in between me and her, but air in the stream of energy. She's into me like a note in the book.
Yep.
I recognized her face when she gave me that look.
Church.
And then our souls collide like the theory Big Bang. That's when I realized we was one and the same. Swim mains, Soulflate, toothbrush, Colgate. Feel like I know this is away from the gate. We connect like the internet, yet to talk to one another. I don't have to wonder what's next. Let the universe take its course like them kids in college. I see the stars in their eyes because all astrologic. I said, beg your pardon, there's a light where you stand, and I can see your aura illuminate from your hand. Woo! This is counting more than fate than chance, and when you stand next to me, I feel my senses enhanced. Woo! Glance, take a chance, not a gambling man. Take the hand that we dealt and play the cards how they land. Is that a plan?
You know what I'm talking about? Stop yelling in the background. Stop yelling in the background.
I told that nigga everything he knows about.
Hey!
He knows his boss for me. He knows Africa for me.
Stop yelling in the background.
Somebody's getting it in tonight.
I want some action tonight.
Yo quiero trago.
You guys have any final words you want to
Yeah, one last thing I want to leave, our audience with is that, not everything is recyclable. Not everything is throwaway.
Science.
Some things are worth saving. Take it from there.
Woo! Yeah, well, that being said, we see you motherfuckers next Thursday, 6:30 on the Chop Shop.
Kobe Dennis.
Kobe Dennis will be here next week.
You won't come through my show.
I know a guy.
Y'all together.
I know a guy.
Y'all together.
He comes to weed smoke, but whatever, man, whatever.
Whatever happened to the days that we had, even though we didn't have, we was glad all we missing was a dad. Gun cases, fed cases, no papers. Heart aching, heart breaking, I'm waiting. Corner getting lit up, but we got you getting lit up. When you give a nigga too much, he got you getting bitter. Meanwhile, he's out on bail with no bracelet. When you broke, no worth, not worth saving. Can't find work, you take that risk, crazy. Flake that wrist, just don't go serve babies. I read a blue pill, if I eat them, will it save me? Mix it with the liquor, had me whoop in the matrix. I dodge bullets, dodge cops with arsenals on a dark corner. I remember the hospitals when the doctor put the probes in my head. Bitch, you can't imagine what goes on in there.
Don't go crazy, I'm here and born this way. Don't go crazy, that's why these mornings ain't for me. Go crazy, I'll try to do my best to get that acceptance from you. This life is not for me.